Alright, hello everyone, boys, girls, gamers of all kinds except mobile. Welcome back. So, I just fried my brain doing some studying and I saw there was a new zombies blog post. And I was like, you know what? Let me look over this. I haven't seen this at all yet. Oh my fucking god. Let's ignore that. That was from me moving the window around. Anyway, so they're going to talk about Mule Kick here. Hopefully they'll reveal what the tiers are, even though most of the community already knows it from leaks and shit. So let's actually see what's going on. And then I'll explain, I guess, in general. I mean, I've probably explained it before. I'm not even too sure. But in general, my opinions on the new map and what's coming out and everything. And all that stuff. So anyway, El Burro's Guide to Mule Kick, the new Black Ops Cold War Zombies perk. You stand more of a chance against the undead and Mauder Tone with 3 weapons in your loadout. Yeah, no, not really. 2 is fine. Thanks to Mule Kick, our resident Burrow breaks down what this new Perca-Cola is all about, including all of its 5 skill tier upgrades. We already know this shit, but let's keep going. If you're like into zombies news, all the other zombies YouTubers have covered it. But let's see. Across the fields, across the plains here. Okay, this is just the perk jingle. Except from the original Mule Kick jingle, Black Ops. Oh, Black Ops was so fucking good. Saddle up and prepare to down some Mule Kick Perca-Cola partners, because in and under the wild streets of Maudertone, 2 weapons may not be enough to deal with the undead threats waiting for you in Berlin. Yeah, no, 1 weapon is usually enough. Honestly, that's the thing I don't like about Cold War. After you get 1 weapon, which is usually for me the M16, you don't need any other weapon. Like, you can play the entire game, any mode, with 1 weapon if you just fully upgrade it and it's the right weapon. Like, you don't even need a wonder weapon. It's nice to have one in your second slot, but you don't need a third slot. Like, a third slot is just stupid. I don't even know why Mule Kick was brought back, but whatever. Let's see. When the sun rises on Season 4 Reloaded on July 15th, which is this Thursday, Mule Kick would get its own new and improved machine in Maudertone. The machine looks bad fucking ass. I will give them that. The machine is fucking great looking. But anyway. Complete with enough live firing armaments to restock an army, Mule Kick will also be stocked into every Der Wunderfizz. Okay, and Outbreak. Cool. As every night draws us closer. Alright, here we go. So, first introduced in the legendary Black Ops Zombies map, Moon. Moon was amazing. Oh my god, Moon has such a special place in my heart. Mule Kick gives the players the ability to carry 3 weapons instead of 2. After sipping Mule Kick and picking up a 3rd weapon, players can cycle through 3 weapons by either using the default swap weapon, or if a keyboard is being used, which is what I use, separate keybinds for all 3 weapons. Which is weird, because number 3, I think, brings out the kill streak. The kill streak weapon, or, you know, whatever kill streak you have. So I'm actually curious to see what the keybind is going to be for that, but I guess we'll see. Or maybe you have to set it, who knows. If you lose a Mule Kick, you lose an additional weapon, excuse me, that was picked up unless you've upgraded this perk as explained below. So that's going to be tier 5. So to ensure that you can afford to lose what's kept in that extra slot. Cool. And that's just the base version. What impact does a 3rd primary weapon have on your zombie slaying abilities? Nothing. Here are just 5 of the many scenarios where having that 3rd weapon comes in handy. Variety is the spice in Mule Kick. Couldn't decide between a powerful sniper rifle. Okay, so that's the first lie. No snipers are really powerful yet in Cold War, but they are buffing them. But until they can overpenetrate, like, the whole wave, snipers are useless. They should honestly, like, if they're gonna give it to no other weapon, at least give it to snipers where they can overpen a lot of zombies, and that would make snipers fucking good. I guarantee it. But anyway, powerful sniper to destroy an elite enemy, or bullet hose SMG for hordes. Worry no more, because Mule Kick, you have those weapons in addition to your starting weapon available for use. You only really use the starting weapon, let's be honest. Wonder no more. Taking a wonder weapon often means replacing your primary loadout weapon or another powerful standard weapon. No. Usually what people will do, or at least smart people, is they will have one great weapon and the other weapon will be the wonder weapon. And that's the loadout you run. I don't know why you would ever take 2 gun weapons. Like, honestly, it doesn't make sense. Okay. Which means the essence of salvage. The one thing I'll give them, though, is if you die and you ever, like... So if you put the 3rd weapon of Mule Kick to the wonder weapon, you basically always guarantee yourself a wonder weapon. I can actually see that being one of the appealing factors of it. It's like, when you die out, let's say you die out in Outbreak or in a round-based map, you lose the wonder weapon if you didn't have Mule Kick. You have to re-get it either from the box or build it or from the trials or whatever, and it's a pain in the ass. However, if it's your Mule Kick weapon, whenever you buy Mule Kick, you just get it back. So it's basically a guaranteed weapon you can always buy back, which is actually really fucking good. So, unlike Tombstone, which is another useless-ass perk, this one actually benefits you in, like, a better way. Tombstone benefits you only if you die, which for me, I never die. So, Tombstone's literally useless if you live. But anyway, what are they saying? Mule Kick, you keep your upgraded weapons and still be a quick swap away from the game's most powerful armaments. Cool. Okay, so a tool for the hunt. In zombies, certain objectives require specific weapon or weapon types. Maybe they're teasing what we have to do in the Easter egg. Ugh. Think a sniper rifle for hitting a small target at long ranges, or a shotgun for rapidly bursting open an ethereal orb in Outbreak. Oh, that's stupid as hell. A single Mule Kick and an additional third weapon are most likely to do the trick. Yeah, no, okay, that's stupid. Elemental fusion powers activate. With third weapon through Mule Kick, you can have up to 3 different types of elemental damage. Yeah, no, you usually just take one. And for me, it's Cryo Freeze. I always usually take Cryo Freeze now. When it comes to fighting undead creatures with multiple elemental weaknesses, Dr. Peck would lose his other eye trying to replicate it. That is fucked up. I love Peck. Going off on a little tangent here, I think Peck is one of the best characters in this fucking new Zombies game. A lot of the characters are cool, but like we really only hear them over radios, and they're pretty boring. Like, they're alright, I guess, but it would have been way better if they were like operators. Or not operators, like set characters for zombies, right? Now we just have like operators who have like such generic ass quotes like zombie KIA. Like in the old Call of Duties, the characters' quotes would go crazy because they're like, whoa, we're in a zombie apocalypse? Oh my god. And then like these guys are like they're seeing zombies. They're war soldiers. They're seeing zombies. They're like, zombie KIA. Like, they're not scared or anything. They're not surprised. Like, fucking look at Captain Price, bro. This shit annoys me so much. When I play Outbreak and I get a headshot with Captain Price, headshots rock. What a great quote. Anyway. So in solos, you become a one-agent army. Mule Kick becomes a serious must-have refreshment in solo. No, it doesn't. We're just facing off against the undead, being able to cover even more combat scenarios with an additional weapon hand. They're basically just saying the same shit. If you need a third weapon for whatever reason, take Mule Kick. And then they're giving like all these nonsense reasons, which in my opinion are not real reasons. Why would I ever want a third weapon? I'll give you the one reason I thought of just now. Again, if I ever want to have the wonder weapon, I could rebuy it if I die out. But if I'm in solo, then, you know, that doesn't matter, the game ends. So it's only really good in co-op for me. But in general, like, I don't really see any situation where Mule Kick is that useful. You don't need more than 2 guns. Having a third gun is nice, don't get me wrong, but like, I usually just use 1 gun or the wonder weapon I have. Like, and if one runs out of ammo, the other's fine, and ammo's not an issue in Cold War anyway. But we'll get to that. So anyway, these are their reasons, pretty shitty reasons, but whatever. Okay, and let's see the skill tier upgrades and why they have them. Have some spare Ethereum crystals? No, because you don't let me fucking get them until something new comes out, so you literally time gate me. When Season 4 Reloaded launches, you'll be able to use raw, refined, and flawless Ethereum crystals that I have to re-earn because you don't let me get them now, to upgrade Mule Kick. And let's see the upgrades. So, crafted equipment grants an additional equipment if able. Every time you go to the bench with hard-earned salvage, you get 2 equipment pieces for the price of 1. That means double grenades, double decoys, and yes, double monkey bombs. That's really fucking good. That is actually really fucking good. This first, again, this actually has an actual benefit, and I'm comparing it to Tombstone, where you can actually use it. Tombstone, again, if you don't die, it does nothing for you. It is a useless perk that does nothing if you do not die or get downed, which, again, I don't, because Cold War is pretty easy, unless I'm fucking around. So, if this actually has a tangible effect in-game if you use the crafting bench already, this is great. 2 for the price of 1, sign me up. So, second one. All enemies have a small chance to drop ammo, which I thought they already did, but that's probably just elite zombies, but that's fine. While enemies already have a chance to drop ammo in Outbreak, this wasn't the case for round-based zombies. Until now, once you upgrade Mule Kick to skill tier 2, the odds of finding ammo on zombie corpses will be in your favor, which is actually really good. Ammo wasn't an issue anyway, at least in Firebase Z it wasn't. So this is actually a pretty good change. You're just going to spend less money on ammo, and you do sometimes, at least I find myself sometimes, running out of ammo in the round-based map. So this is actually nice. This is not bad. It's better than Tombstone. Tombstone, worst perk in the fucking game. This perk, pretty okay. Best perk, Deadshot Daiquiri. Anyway, stowed weapons slowly refill ammo from the stock. This is pretty whatever. I mean, it's alright. It's not a feature I expect many people to do, because then it just kind of invalidates Speed Cola. Like, why would I stow my weapon away? I mean, there's very niche situations where, okay, I'm cornered, I can't reload my weapon, I'm going to switch to the Wonder Weapon, I guess, and try and get myself out of the situation. And then it's nice if I switch back to my gun, it's already reloaded. Like, okay, that's fine, that's cool. But it's kind of like a whatever, like, quality of life feature. It's really nothing, like, too good. But it's pretty okay. So, let's see this scenario. Picture this. In the middle of the boss fight, you frantically fire your ray gun, and then you don't have Speed Cola to quicken its reload. At skill tier 3, Mule Kick will provide the additional benefit of refilling its magazine from available stock, allowing you to swap to one of your other 2 weapons temporarily, then bring the weapon back out once it's top off. Okay, so yeah, it's really just a quality of life thing in my opinion. Tier 4, 25% chance to keep non-retrievable equipment when used. This is actually insanely good. Like, it's actually crazy. So, imagine you build a monkey bomb, you get a second one for free, and then you have a 1/4 chance, right? So if you use those 2 monkey bombs, there's a 50% chance using those 2 monkey bombs that you're going to keep one. Like, it's crazy. It's actually crazy. It's really good. You now have a chance to keep one of them, or any equipment outside of the Tomahawk and C4, because you could pick those back up, so it would be broken if you get it. This may be incredibly helpful if you have the new Casimir grenade, which works wonders on Mauder Tone. That's great. Now, here's the thing I'm hoping. I'm hoping, again, going off on a little tangent here, I'm hoping that the Gersh device, because that's what I'm going to fucking call it, I'm actually scared too, and I'll describe my fear. But here's my hope. My hope is with the Gersh device that it can drop from zombies, right? Because you could drop equipment from zombies, so the Gersh device shouldn't be any different. Obviously, you can craft it, and I hope you could craft it in Outbreak and all the other survival maps. And if they do that, one of my big complaints, well, not big complaints, but one of my complaints will be solved halfway. My whole thing is, there's no uniqueness to certain maps. And even going further, there's no uniqueness to zombies aside from 2 things, or maybe 3 if you really want to, like, be stingy. The 3 things are, there's different maps in multiplayer, quote unquote, you know, I'm looking at Outbreak. The perks are not in multiplayer, and the wonder weapons are not in multiplayer. So those are the things specific to zombies, right, that you can't find in multiplayer. Some of the maps, perks, wonder weapons. Everything else is in multiplayer, and I don't like that it's shared because I want stuff that's unique to zombies, right? The more stuff unique to zombies, the better, in my opinion. So, having this Casimir grenade, which is not in multiplayer, is a step in the right direction. I mean, you can honestly debate whether or not it should be allowed on every map or just Mauder Toten. That's a good debate, I say. But, fuck it. Well, I'll just take anything new specific to zombies. This Casimir grenade is a step in the right direction. I just wish we had map-specific stuff. Because the maps are free anyway, so you're not really gating anyone out of anything, so. With, like, the old systems, where, like, oh, you have all these new weapons in the box and, like, origins and stuff, but only the people who bought it can use it. Like, okay. Every map is free in Cold War. But anyway, I'm going off on nonsense. This is good. This is a step in the right direction, making zombies itself as a whole more unique. I just want to see more uniqueness for the individual maps and stuff. But this is great. This is actually really good. Now, my fear with the Casimir grenade. My fear with the Casimir grenade is that it's not going to be like the Gersh device in the sense that it's not going to suck the zombies from the whole map. So, what do I mean by that? For those of you who played Black Ops, right, you know the old school Gersh device. You put it down, and I'm just imagining on Ascension, right? You're on Ascension. One person is on one side of the map, another person is on the complete other side of the map. You put the Gersh device down anywhere, any zombie on the map starts getting sucked in towards it, no matter where they are. My fear with what they do with the Casimir grenade, what they're going to do is, they're going to make it so, like, it's an area of effect thing, right? So it's going to have, like, a 10 or 20-foot area where zombies get sucked in. Maybe 15. Let's just say 15. There's a 15-foot area where zombies are going to get sucked in. But outside of that 15-foot area, unless you bring the zombies into there, they're not going to get sucked in. That's my fear. It's not the make it or break it like thing for the Gersh device, but I'm pretty scared they might nerf it in that way. I hope it's like the old Gersh device where it sucks them in from all over the map, or if it does have a range, it's fucking huge. But I don't know. This game has taught me to not be hopeful. But either way, it's still probably going to be okay. It's still probably going to be good. But anyway, enough of that tangent. Tier 5. Third primary weapon is recovered when purchasing Mule Kick, when repurchasing it. Normally when you lose Mule Kick, your third weapon is lost with it. Yeah, that's why no one bought the fucking perk. With this upgrade, that weapon is called back whenever you chug another Mule Kick, an incredibly valuable end to an outstanding skill tier upgrade path. This is actually true. Mule Kick will fundamentally change the way you play zombies come July 15th, even on its own without any other Perk-a-Cola combinations in mind. The old-fashioned cocktail has enough bite to help you deal with those that bite back. It kind of does. The equipment buffing that it does and the ammo is like kind of okay. The most useless one is the refilling of the stock weapon or of the offhand weapon. Like, that's whatever. Next up is the ammo. That's pretty good. And then all the equipment stuff is great, and this is probably the most valuable one, honestly. So let's see. And that's just the change to overall zombies meta coming season 4. Be sure to stay tuned for the full patch notes. So you know what? This is already probably going way past what I wanted it to, so I'm not going to go over my opinions, actually, until the other patch notes comes out, and I'll probably cover it whenever it does. Maybe I won't, who the fuck knows. But yeah, looking at Mule Kick as a whole, pretty fucking good. Pretty decent. I'm sad they didn't update the icon. I actually don't really care for the icon. I think it's pretty lazy, but I mean, it's whatever. It's pretty good. This is way better than Tombstone. I'm pretty excited for it. I thought I was going to hate it. And, I mean, again, the third weapon is kind of useless. But everything else it does is nice. And the third weapon being a wonder weapon, if you can get it for your third weapon slot, will make it so you can always re-buy the wonder weapon should you die out, which I won't. Or lose it somehow, which I don't know. But it's good. Mule Kick, you know, after everything, they actually made it pretty good. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this little rundown of me going over Mule Kick for almost 20 fucking minutes. And I'm getting out of here, and I'll probably be back for the next patch notes. Later, boys.